Hello everyone and welcome to the Huddle post-game recap sponsored by Two Cousins Pizza. I'm Schweigert and I'll be taking you through all the results from Week 2 of the Lancaster-Lebanon League high school football season. There was a lot happening tonight and there's plenty to talk about, so let's jump right in. We'll start with the LMP Game of the Week as voted on by the fans in our weekly poll. This week it was the clash between former Section 2 neighbors Conestoga Valley and Solanco, and there was a ton of scoring in this one. Unfortunately for Solanco, it was the Buckskins who did most of it. They won big tonight 46-20. CV scored touchdowns on its first 5 possessions and had a commanding lead before Solanco was able to find the end zone a few times late. Quarterback Grant Stoltzfus led the way for the Buckskins, throwing for 3 touchdowns and rushing for 1. Connor Brinton caught one of the strikes from Stoltzfus and added 2 touchdowns on the ground, while Jarris Stokes also had 2 rushing TDs for CV. Joe McGuire's 106-yard 2-touchdown effort was the only bright spot for Solanco. Elsewhere tonight, it was a wild one in Lidditz as Warwick and Garden Spot took turns shredding each other's defenses. When the dust settled, it was the Warriors who came out on top 52-35. This one went back and forth all night, but it was Warwick quarterback Tyler Tremarchi who did most of the damage, throwing for almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Quarterback Cam Roth had 4 touchdowns for Garden Spot, 3 through the air and 1 on the ground, but he was shaken up late in the game, so we'll have to watch his status going forward. Now let's turn our attention to a very scary incident involving McCaskey's visit to York. The Red Tornado was holding a commanding 26-6 lead with about 8 minutes left in the game when gunshots were heard in the parking lot outside Smalls Field. The players were taken off the field and the stadium was put on lockdown. Initial reports from the scene indicate there were at least 2 victims, although we haven't gotten any word on their condition. The game was called and the victory was awarded to McCaskey. Stick with Lancaster Online for updates on the story as it develops. Let's move on to the rest of tonight's results. Manheim Township bounced back from its Week 1 loss to Central Dauphin with a 35-0 win over Southwestern. Lampeter Strasburg rallied from an early deficit to clip Penn Manor 30-16. Hempfield fell to 0-2 with a 35-7 loss to Exeter. Wilson needed 2 overtimes but managed to knock off Springford 41-40. The Rams went for a 2-point conversion after scoring in the second overtime, but the Bulldog defense held just inches short of the goal line to preserve the win. Elsewhere, Manheim Central throttled Donegal 55-0. The Barons are now 2-0. Ephrata has tied the league record for consecutive losses with 33 after falling to Lebanon tonight 37-8. Cedar Crest knocked off Northern Lebanon 41-12. Elizabethtown posted its second straight shutout with a 36-0 rout of Hershey. Cocalico suffered its second straight close loss, falling 17-13 to Governor Mifflin. Lancaster Catholic nipped Waynesboro 24-21 for its first win of the season. Pequay Valley improved to 3-0 with a 21-18 comeback win over Octorara. Remember, the Braves were one of those teams that got their season started a week early. Our last 3 finals were all pretty lopsided. Columbia fell 43-14 to DeLone Catholic, Anvil-Cleona lost to Camp Hill 54-34, and Elko was shut out by Palmyra 28-0. That's it for this week's edition of the Huddle Post-Game Recap. Remember to visit Lancaster Online during the week to vote in our Game of the Week poll, read news and updates on your favorite team, and make fun of our staff predictions. And you can ridicule us all you want if you follow us on social media. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Schweigert. Have a great weekend.